In simple way, it is a precede or a succeed. So let's have a look at what a predecessor is. Predecessor means a number that comes before a given number. It is a number at left of a number in counting. Let's suppose you have a number that is 24. Now, if I ask you what's the predecessor of 24? So it's the number which comes at left. So what comes before or at left of 24? It's nothing but 23. If we write counting, so we'll write it like 20, 21, 22, 23 and 24. So which number is at left of this 24? It's nothing but 23. So when we define predecessor, we can say a number that comes before, right? A number that comes before or a number that comes at left of the given number is predecessor. If we talk or if we elaborate it more, we can say a number that is one less than given number is a predecessor. What it means? As we have taken 24 and we want to find the predecessor of 24. So what we can take one less. That means 24 minus 1 will get 23. So we can find it like this also. We have three methods. The first one is before, second one is at left, and the third one is one less, right? Now let's have some examples of predecessor. So for solving this, let's take first the predecessor of 49. So for finding predecessor of 49, what we'll do, we can do it as per our choice by any method. So what comes before 49? It's nothing but 48, or you can also solve it as 49 minus 1 is 48, right? Now similarly, you have to find the predecessor of 267. So what we'll do, what is 1 less than 267 is 266, or you can find it as a number that comes before 267. Now third one is predecessor of 1882. So we'll again do the same, follow the same, minus 1, or we'll get to 1881. Simple. Now next is predecessor of 176. So what we'll do, 176 minus 1, that is 175. So these are the answers of question which have been asked here. Now let's talk about what a successor is. A number that comes after a given number, right? So this is a number which comes after a given number, or we can say, if we write counting, the number which comes at right of a given number is called successor. So successor is nothing but the number which comes at right of the given number or after a given number. So let's suppose if I ask you what's the successor of 43. So what we can do, we will see what number comes after 43. So it's nothing but 44, right? Or if we write counting, it's 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So we'll take our number, our question number, and see what comes at right of that number. So it's nothing but 44. And we have another method which says in a more elaborated way, it is a 1 more than a number. That means if we add 1, we'll get 44. So if we add 1 to the given number, we can get our successor. Now let's have a look at some examples. So we have to find the successor of 49. So what we'll do, what comes after 49 is 50, or functionally we'll add 1 and we'll get 50. Now successor of 267, what we'll do, we'll add 1, it will become 268. What is the successor of 1882? So what we will do, 1882 plus 1 will get 1883. Now, what's the successor of 176? So the number which comes after 176 is nothing but the successor of 176. That is 177. Right? Now I'm telling you a simple and easy way to remember this successor and predecessor. Okay? So this is, let's suppose I'm writing predecessor first. Predecessor and successor. So for remembering this, predecessor starts with P and successor starts with S, right? So successor starts with S and predecessor starts with P. We'll take P here and S here. So in English alphabet, P is smaller than S, right? S is greater, so the number which, so for P, for predecessor, we'll always subtract 1, and for successor, we'll always add 1. Now, do you know every whole number has its successor but not predecessor? But how? 0 is the whole number which does not have its predecessor, because when you subtract 1 from 0, you will get -1, and -1 is not a whole number, right? Now, next, you'll be surprised to know that every natural number has its predecessor and successor except 1. Can you tell me which one number is this? 1 is the number which doesn't have its predecessor, because when we subtract 1 from 1, we'll get 0, and 0 is not a natural number, right? 0 is a whole number and we want answer in natural numbers. So we cannot find the predecessor of 1. Similarly, we cannot find the predecessor of 0, as it changed its nature. So we do not want to change the nature of a number. If we find the successor of a natural number, we want answer in natural number only. Whenever we find the successor or the predecessor of a whole number, we want the answer in whole numbers only. Now, if you have understood it well, can you solve these questions and answer me? So pause for a while, start solving these questions, and then let's match the answer. The first question which comes is 278. So we have to do, what we have to do, 1 less than this number, so we'll get 277. Next is 9384. So what we'll do, we'll subtract 1, we'll get 9383. Next is 8923. Minus 1 will get 8922. Correct? Next is 78,991. Now what we'll do, minus 1 will get 78,990. Correct? 92,841. So how we'll do? We'll minus 1 here, we'll subtract 1, we'll get 8,92,840. Next is 9,29,348 minus 1, we'll get 9,29,347. So if you have done all these correct, then have a big thumbs up. Now we have to find the successor of these given numbers. So for successor, we do nothing but add one more. So we'll have 825. Next is 29,849 plus 1 is 29,850, right? 9,847 plus 1 is 9,848. 92,849 plus 1 is 92,850. Next is 7,818 plus 1 is 7,819. So if your answer are matching with mine, then you have scored 8+ grade. Congratulations. Now the challenging question comes. Which whole number does not have a predecessor? Can you tell me? We already have discussed it. It's nothing but 0, because when we find the predecessor of 0, we get minus 1, which itself is not a whole number. So 0 doesn't have any predecessor.